most business owners leave 20 to 30% of business value on the table in a sale process. In a business worth $5 million, that's $1 to $1.5 million left on the table. So when should you prepare your business for sale? You should start the moment you establish the business. If you haven't done much in the preparation stakes, then today's the day to start. By the end of this video, you'll have the key steps and elements to fully prepare your business for sale so you won't leave any money on the table. There's one key step up front. You need to know from an independent perspective what the fair market value of your business is. Now, that's not pub talk or another person in the industry telling you what they think your business might be worth. In other words, it's from a purchaser's perspective. It's understanding the financial assessment that delivers that value, but also the non-financial health factor items like clients, suppliers, business structure, its point of difference, the external pressures in the market that might be impacting the value and interest in your business. And they'll also compare your business to other comparable businesses in your sector and tell you what they've been making in the market versus yours and why your business is either valuable or less valuable as a result. From our experience, about 30% of those valuations actually surprise and delight the business owner. But 70% of those valuations underwhelm the business owner. And really it sets up the process for, okay, what do I need to do now to optimize my result? And if I'm only at 3 mil, what are the factors that I need to prepare for? It doesn't mean that you can't list the business for sale today in the open market. But what it does mean is the probability of success is diminished significantly. So you've got the independent view of fair market value. And that valuation might have told you that there's 3 key things with your prospective $5 million business that you need to get right in order to shore up the 5 mil in the market. So firstly, the valuation's identified some key owner risk. The business is highly dependent on you, and that's going to be seen as a negative in the market. Secondly, in terms of your revenue, there's 2 customers that are contributing over 50% of your revenue for the last 3 years, year on year on year. Concern around concentration risk, and the market is going to mark you down as a result of that concentration risk. The third issue is you're in a difficult marketplace. There's a lot of hyper competition and it's putting pressure on margins. So there are 3 key issues that if you can deal with them and figure out some mitigation risks over time, your business is going to be optimized in terms of value when you go to market. This will help you build your plan of attack to market, whether it's a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 6-month or 3-month plan. And also, it'll help you understand whether it's an open market sale process, or it might be something a little bit more targeted, where you look at targeting specific interested parties or options and don't go to open market. Sometimes the targeted approach, if your business has got a key point of difference or the dynamics in your market sector are such that other parties might be interested for strategic reasons, can deliver a strategic premium over and above the fair market value. Let's say it's a 2-year plan. So the first thing you're looking for is, how do I deal with that owner concentration risk? What do I do to address it? Well, it might be that you're going to have to go to market and employ a key person to take over quite a bit of your management role so that you might still be involved in the business but specialise in a particular technical area or on the sales side, leaving some of the management decisions to someone that's not tied to ownership. In that process, it might also be that you look at the top team of other key people in the business and make sure their accountability structures are all clear and there's delegation of particular decision making across the business. Therefore, when a purchaser's looking at the business, they're not looking at it saying, gee, every decision that means anything in this business is made by the owner. The next step to maximise your position at sale point is to make sure the key metrics in your business are tracking to what the market will see as attractive. What are your sales growing at over the last 3 years? What's industry doing and how does that compare? Are you moving ahead of industry? Are you behind? At the gross profit level, are you behind or ahead of industry? And what are the reasons for that? So over your preparation period, it's tracking against those key metrics to try and get them up to scratch. So when you do go to sale and present your business to a prospective purchaser, they're going to look good, and there's going to be reasons for how they've tracked and how they've performed. So moving on, but related to the ideal metrics in the business, is reporting and monitoring. From our experience, when someone goes to sell their business and we're representing them, the biggest turn-off to a prospective purchaser is that they can't get strong, transparent, accurate information in a timely fashion on the performance of the business. If I'm a purchaser and I'm going to sit in your shoes and take your risk and pay you $5 million for your business, I want to know how it's performing. I want accurate, timely information. If you haven't got that in your business now, please make sure you get it. If someone's selling you a car and they can't give you the spec sheet to tell you what the motor runs at, what the economy is, well, you're going to go down to the dealer down the road. It's the same with a business. If I'm looking at a business for a purchaser, I get one set of accounts and then I get another set, and they're materially different. And it's taken a month between me asking a question on a particular issue to get a response. I'm sort of thinking, oh, hold on. If that's how the facts and figures are coming out of the business, how's the business actually managed? So tax advice is a boring thing, right? But ultimately, a sweet business sale is one where the taxation position is optimized for you as a seller. And so sometimes there are considerations around whether you sell, for instance, the entity that owns the business might be a proprietary limited company and therefore selling the shares in the company, or whether you sell the business assets. In other words, you sell the business assets out of the company. It's really important before you go to market to get some advice from your accountant around those impacts and see if they can be assisted in the sale process. Remember, the top line might be 5 mil, but the real issue is what's the net in your pocket after you paid the taxman. And once you've been through that, then it's time to think about who do you need to help you in the sale process as you're getting ready to go to market. Because ultimately, to go to market, you need documentation of the business, what we call an information memorandum, that represents the business. And you also need good advice on likely appetite for sale. Who's going to be interested in your business? Are they competitors? Are they sort of side sectors and complementary businesses? Are they investors? Are they first-time buyers of a business? So we've talked through a bunch of issues that one should consider when preparing their business for sale. By now, you should know the key steps around doing the preparation to ensure you can optimize value on exit in a sale process. And I have to say, I know many business sellers, and sometimes when they make up their mind to sell, they just want to go to market. They don't want to go through what might seem an overly complex and torturous process of preparation that we've talked through in this video today. Think carefully, because the risk is you go to market undercooked, you haven't prepared, you stand to lose 20 to 30%. Your sale process might take a year or 2 years rather than 6 months because the probability of success is lower because there's less interested parties, or in fact, you simply might not sell. And then there's been a lot of emotional, physical energy and investment in a process that hasn't delivered. Remember, preparation is key, and it's actually worthwhile. It's dollars in your pocket, but it requires patience, diligence, and discipline. If you want more resources on selling your business, check out the link below. And look, I'd love your feedback on this video, what you found interesting, and some of the issues that you're finding hard in preparing your business for sale. So drop us a comment, like the video, but also subscribe if you're interested to receive more content like this, because we're certainly keen to provide it.